Welcome to MFAA on Air.
Your brokerage is bigger than you are, and if you don't maximise its value and plan an exit strategy from day one, you'll be selling yourself short and the clients who expect continuous service when the time comes.
I've always believed that succession planning starts the day before you open the doors of your new business. In other words, from day one, you've got to recognize that everybody has a certain life cycle. How much better it is to start from day one going, what I'm going to build, who's it going to be attractive to? Who's going to be the likely party who would attach the greatest value to what I've built, and how do I start to develop that relationship with them now? So for instance, if you're taking new staff into your business, would one of those people have the guts, the aspiration, and possibly the access to capital to one day buy you out? Because after all, they would have done due diligence on the business every day they came to work. They would feel comfortable. They probably will pay more because that's part of their livelihood. They've got an investment in what they've helped to build. So even in selecting your own staff members, see if one of those people would have the potential to be your successor. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is where a person who's been successful at writing loans in their own right suddenly decides to bring on a whole host of other loan writers or brokers and bring them into their stable. But they don't take enough time and care in terms of how they structure the relationship with that party. And then sometimes those relationships unwind. And not only does the incoming broker or loan writer leave, but all the transactions that they have brought in suddenly leave with them because over time they get rewritten. So now the broker's book starts to run off quicker than it otherwise would have. And they haven't taken that client and made them a client of the firm. They've retained a relationship just with the broker or the loan writer who brought them in, and therefore it's no surprise that that book atrophies or runs off at a faster rate. That's a mistake that we see, and it becomes very evident in the valuations that we do, the difference between a well-maintained, well-cared-for book and one where there's been no real investment in integrating those clients. Start about thinking about the sale of the business the day before you start the business. Start by saying, what kind of image, what kind of business profile, what type of revenue stream, what type of staff would I require so that somebody looking to buy my business would go, this makes sense for me. It's not a one-man band. It's not selling something that I can't get out there. They've sought to differentiate themselves. They've put in place some systems that are unique. They've done something that helps to entrench them, so somebody buying it goes, this is bigger than just the broker. Look at the demographic of today's early pioneer brokers. They probably came to the business in their late 30s, early 40s, having worked in a bank or possibly a real estate agency and learnt the ropes that way. They've now been running those businesses for the next 20 years. These people are in their 60s and they are looking to retire. This is part of a natural shift. New blood's coming in. It's harder to build a business from scratch. People are prepared to buy books in order to create a base. And people who are looking to exit will exit if the right price is available.
For more tips on building a lasting, thriving business, check the events calendar on the MFAA website.
You've been watching MFAA on Air.